So Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge sees Jack and friends in search of the legendary Trident of Poseidon, which has the power to break a curse which threatens the lives of many. So I was a big fan of the original Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Actually, the original trilogy I enjoyed mostly. I think the first movie was probably the best though. And On Stranger Tides just didn't work with me as well. It just felt a bit boring and just pointless. It didn't need to be made. And I sort of feel the same thing about Salazar's Revenge. It's one of those movies that it's been so many years now and it just feels like it was a movie that didn't need to be made. I think the Captain Jack Sparrow character now has been done to death a little bit. I think they're not quite capturing what made him special in the original movie, and it comes across in movies like On Stranger Tides and Dead Men Tell No Tales. It just feels a little bit, everything feels forced. The jokes feel forced, the chemistry between characters feels forced. And for me, this movie just felt a little bit flat. It just felt a bit boring and again, a bit pointless. So the bad guy being Javier Bardem, I think he's quite a good actor, and he plays Salazar, Captain Salazar. I didn't feel that he had that sort of threat that, for example, Bill Nighy, who played Davy Jones in Dead Man's Chest. I felt Bill Nighy's character was a lot more threatening and more menacing. With Captain Salazar, he just doesn't really have that. It introduces two new characters played by Kea, let me get this right, it's Kea Scodelario, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Brenton Thwaites, who almost play similar character to Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley's characters in the original movie, except that they just don't work. I'm not sure if it's their acting or again the way that their characters have been written. The characters just fell flat. I didn't like them as characters. I felt that they were trying to be Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann a little bit too much. It just felt like that's where they were trying to go with this movie. It was like it's like a rehash of the original movie basically, although it does tie up loose ends within the original trilogy, which I thought was good. That for me was the best part of the movie. I do feel that again, it just didn't work for me. What I will say is that I didn't actually think I would like the character as much, but I found like this newfound respect for Captain Barbossa, played by Jeffrey Rush. And he's been in previous movies before, but for me in this movie, there was something about him that was quite likable, and he became, for me, my favourite thing about this movie. It's a perfectly fine movie. If you like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, it's watchable, you'll enjoy it. But I just feel that it didn't need to be made. If it was going to be made, then I think they should have made it before On Stranger Tides, or just not made On Stranger Tides at all and just made this movie. That would have probably been a lot better. I'll also say, something he brought this to my attention, and I don't know how it escaped me before, but there is a lack of diversity in these movies. For a movie that's called Pirates of the Caribbean, there is a lack of Caribbean people in this movie. So Disney, you need to sort that out. But yeah, for me, I think this movie, if this movie was something that I just got on DVD and watched at home, I would have been perfectly happy watching it. But I wouldn't recommend people go to the cinema to go and see it. It's not a movie you have to see. You know, I would say wait until it comes out on DVD and watch it then. For me, it fell flat, and I have to admit I did fall asleep at one point. And it's probably, I don't know, maybe I was just having an off day or something, but for me to fall asleep in the cinema, I can't really remember the last time that happened. So yeah, for me, it's a movie that, you know, if this is the last movie, then, you know, fine. I think it needs to end now. I can't see how they can revitalize the series. I think it needs to go. It needs to fade away. I think it's a good way to end the chapter of the original trilogy, because obviously it ties up loose ends with characters. But I don't feel they need to make another movie after this. So yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge, or Dead Men Tell No Tales. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.